Look, I mean, women want a lot of different characteristics in men, physical characteristics, what they bring to the table when it comes to money, personality traits, etc. But it only seems to be the case that when men have preferences, standards, and boundaries, it's always met with some sort of shaming language or contempt, or that's misogynistic, or you're insecure. If you want a girl with a low body count, you're insecure. If you want a girl who's a young adult woman, you're a predator. It will be oftentimes it'll even get pathologized to the point where they're going to try to paint you as like literally a criminal for wanting certain things in women. So
that goes both ways.
What goes
I
both ways?
know you've held back at least on this show, but the whole fat girl energy thing that you've liked to throw around before.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fat girl.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, tell me what you're talking about.
It goes both ways.
What goes both ways?
I mean, you want to
both
say,
ways.
you want to call us misogynistic because we like this, or you want to call us this because, we want a low body count. But you guys have the same list of things that you hold us to, the same criteria,
No. Most men accept women's preferences, standards, and boundaries. Like, for example, when it comes to women liking tall... Hold on. When it comes to women liking tall men, I'm not sitting here trying to argue like, no, that's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, the point Brian's making is that women are allowed to have like a laundry list of things that they want in men, but like when men express preferences, like Brian has a unique preference of wanting a woman to bow. It's like, what the hell, man? You can't say that you don't want fat women either. Like it's like nobody bats an eye when women express all their preferences.
Like we have this equal list, but like our list isn't looked at badly.
We don't have issues with your guys' lists.
Yeah.
It's like we're just like, yep, that's
Except
fine.
for the tall thing, some people are sensitive about.
Yeah, usually short guys. But like that's the thing though. Like men just recognize women's lists and we're like, okay, that's nature, that's reality. Big deal. It is what it is. Just become the best version of yourself that you can and work with it. But when men express our preferences, be it body count, submission, the way a woman ought to act and behave, whether or not a woman should cook, whether or not she should be subservient to her man, so on and so forth, it's just like a volcanic eruption from women.
Because that women's list is mainly physical and like men's list is more like that style of stuff?
No, that's not it at all. It's because of feminism, to be honest. Yeah. That's entirely what it comes down to. Women are allowed to want a traditional man. They're allowed to want a man who's strong and a provider and
tall,
confident and assertive, tall, that. They're allowed to want all of these things. But guys say, you know what? I don't want a fat chick. I want a woman who's submissive. Yeah, some guys have a preference for that. Men say they have all these preferences, and women are like, no, you shouldn't want a subservient woman. You shouldn't want a woman that's cooking for you every night and stays home and just like dedicates her life to taking care of you and the kids. There's so much vitriol against it because of feminism.
Well, do you think that's because of the past? Because of men treating women wrongly or like belittling them in a way?
I think feminism was a response to that, but I don't think that was reflective of what the past was like as a whole,
Well, maybe that, yeah.
And it's also evolved into something extremely dramatized in society. People still have the idea that women are constantly belittled and disadvantaged compared to men in society, and it's just simply not the case.
You don't think like with work and stuff like that, they're not?
No, not at all.
In a previous podcast, I said that my preference was for a woman in her early 20s. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, yeah, somewhere around like 19 to 22 years old, that's ideal for me. This girl named Kiko lost her mind and accused me of being a word that we will not repeat on this podcast.
Yeah.
Lost her mind and was like...
What was the age you said?
19 to 22.
Okay.
That was the preference that I expressed. She completely lost her mind. But if a woman says that she wants an older guy who's successful and established, nobody bats an eye.
Or older woman says she wants a younger guy.
Yeah, like people don't care, but whenever men express basic preferences that have existed in men for thousands of years because of feminism, women lose their minds.
I see your point.